Lord of Light by Roger Zelazny. I always thought of Roger Zelazny as a fantasy writer. I discovered his series about the princes in amber sometime in my late teens. I enjoyed the 2 or 3 books from that series that I read. I went through a period of time when it annoyed me that fantasy novels were lumped together with science fiction in most bookstores and libraries. That no longer bothers me. The only thing that matters to me these days is whether or not the book captures my attention and entertains me. Lord of Light did that. And though I did not realize it until maybe halfway through the book, it is science fiction. The gods of this story just happen to be humans who arrived on the unspecified planet, maybe Earth, maybe not, at an unspecified time in the ancient past. Their technology is such that they can live pretty much forever by transferring consciousness into new bodies or avatars when necessary. These technologically advanced people are selfish and have chosen to keep their technology to themselves, using it to keep the rest of the planet's population subservient. This even though most of the normal people are descendants of these so-called gods. Zelazny was obviously well acquainted with Hindu writings. He tackles this project in much the manner or style of a traditional Hindu scholar, writing a commentary on the scriptures of that religion. His prose flows with the poetic and thoughtful grace of such writings as the Mahabharata and the Bhagavad Gita. Lord of Light was originally published in 1967 and rode the wave of popular interest in comparative religion. LSD, marijuana, and the works of such writers as Thomas Pynchon all helped set the stage for Zelazny's book. People were into mind expansion and everything that meant in the mid-60s. Readers welcomed literature that challenged them, made them participate in the process. That literary scene was a far cry from today. Current writers are encouraged to hold the reader's hand and explain every detail and nuance. Readers have been pushed into a passive sort of infantile perception. Sadly, this includes readers enrolled in our universities. All of that to say, if you're the sort of reader who needs everything spelled out and plot points repeated, then Lord of Light is not the book for you. If, on the other hand, you are confident in your perceptions and enjoy literature that challenges your intellect, then this is for you. Lord of Light won the 1968 Hugo Award for Best Novel. Many thousands of readers found this dense tale to their liking. The central character of the novel is Maha-Samatman, but he prefers to leave off the Maha and the Atman and just go by Sam. Zelazny uses this sort of playful humor throughout the book, but often in a subtle manner. You have to be alert to catch some of his jokes. In the book, souls not currently incarnated are housed in an electromagnetic field surrounding the planet. You may have heard of this in New Age literature, theosophy, or the readings of Edgar Cayce, where it is often called the Akashic Field. Sam is enjoying bliss in the field when he is abruptly called back into flesh to help challenge the overbearing gods. Various entities in favor of forcing the gods to share technology with the planet's population are called accelerationists, meaning they want to accelerate the technological progress of ordinary people and get them out from under the thumb of the vain, spoiled gods. The novel can be read as pure fantasy or as an attempt to make sense of humanity's long history of serving and living in fear of gods. Zelazny came from a predominantly Christian culture. Had he been raised in the Hindu tradition, he may very well have constructed his fantasy around the Judeo-Christian scriptures. The more you know about religion and its influence, especially if you have read Hindu scriptures, the more you will appreciate the artful tale Zelazny presents in Lord of Light. Unlike many of the novels I've reviewed recently, Lord of Light is not a particularly easy read. I really enjoyed being challenged by the elegant prose and sly wit of Roger Zelazny. I can see why this book made such a splash back in 1967. Lord of Light by Roger Zelazny. Feeling adventurous? Check it out.